Hi there, my name is Aaron Clifford. Today I'm going to be giving you an introduction to the different card types that we have available in Ransack. So the first card type that I'm going to introduce you to is your character. One of the first cards that you will get is your character. You can see here I'm focusing on Hux. His first attribute right there, we'll zoom in a little bit, that is his action points or his speed attribute. His is set to 4. The second one is his combat, which is also 4, and the last is the number of hit points that Hux has. You can see here, we'll switch over, Trillian has 3, 8, and 8, so she has less action points per turn, but significantly more attack power, and the same amount of life. The first attribute, your number of action points, that's how many things you can do in a turn. Some characters have as high as 5, and I think the lowest maybe 2. No, the lowest is 3. And so the different things that you can do in a turn include placing a tile, moving, or collecting coins. The next kind of tile I'm going to show you is the starting tile. When you first start the game, this is the very first tile you'll place. Each person will put 1 coin on one of the starting icons, and each coin will represent that person. One person will be heads and one person will be tails. The next type here is the actions. These are specific event tiles, and I'll zoom in here a little bit. You can see here, this is one of the event tiles, and this one happens to be a dead end. If you go into this, if you land on this tile, or you're forced into this tile, then your only option is essentially to give up 2 coins and go back to the very beginning, whoop, all the way up to here. Now, every turn, if you are on an action tile, you have to flip either heads or tails. And you can see here, if you flip heads, you get the Witherstone event. And if you flip tails, you get the You Feel Weak event. All of the events are related to the room and just have different things. You can see here there's an Orb of Power with Fizzle, and there's a whole bunch of different events in the game. The next kind of tile I'm going to show you here are creature tiles. There's a Dark Hound, there's a Tiny Dragon. The number right here, whoa, a little bit out of focus there. So the number right there, that's on the monster is how many attacks that monster gets in a turn. So anytime you try and take coins from him, he gets to attack you with that amount. And that number there in the coin pouch is how many coins he starts with. Every point of damage you do to a monster, you get to claim 1 coin from them. And the actual combat is very simple. All you have to do is flip a coin. If the coin lands on heads and you are heads, then you get to deal a damage. Similarly, if you're playing tails and it lands on tails, then you do a point of damage. If the coin flip doesn't land in your favor, then you don't get to collect a coin. You can see here, here's the Tiny Dragon. He gets 3 attacks on you. Every attack does 1 point of damage, and he has 5 coins. So he's a pretty powerful guy. Certainly not the most powerful, but... And then these are your standard motion tiles and collection tiles in the game. You can see some of the rooms will have coins on them, and it costs 1 movement point to move from one point here to the next one. So if you had 3 actions in a turn, you could start here and you could collect all 3, and then your next turn you could move 1, 2, and collect 1 from that tile. Now the arrows in between are special movements that only allow you to move in the direction of that arrow. So this you can use to force people into dead ends, or you can also use these as a combat advantage, because if one person is on this tile and another person is on this tile, only the person here can attack across the arrow. You can't attack back across a one-way arrow. And that pretty much wraps up the different tiles that are available in Ransack. I hope you have a good time playing it, and please leave a comment if you've played it and had fun.